I shoot deer so far away that I have to salt my bullets, just so the meat don't spoil while I hike over there. Never lost a tomahawk throw or a whip race. Never lost a rifle shoot or pistol. Believe that?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Just to tell you how mean and ornery I am, I was this critter's scoutmaster for more years than I want to remember. That guy just about drove me to drink. But him and his friend, Dusty, I won't tell you how I know Dusty. They used to make me laugh. I was biting my tongue sometimes, just trying to tell him no, when I really meant that's the funniest thing I've ever seen. As a matter of fact, just to give you an idea,
Who's that thing?
one of our trips, old man's here, he caught a fish. And he dissected the fish and cut the eyeball out, and then he put it on his forehead. Here, you gotta hold that up. Now, how I got the name Bear Killer is I was visiting a Caleb one day, and we heard a commotion. And we ran out into the woods a little ways, and across the ravine, on the other side of the hill, there was a bear. And the bear was shaking this tree. And in the tree was a Caleb's son. And we just didn't think we could get over there fast enough. So I grabbed the rifle.
I can do a video.
And realized that it was empty. So, got my powder horn. Maybe we need more.
Hi. Hi. Hey, how you going? Hey, my name's Lara. How you going? I'm more by Katie today. Bye.
This is all your fault.
Mom, I want to do it again. I want to go to school today. I had fun. I want to go to aquarium again. Bye. Beep.
And you have to lubricate the patches. And then you take a ball, like this one here. Put the patch on the rifle, then you put the ball in there, like that, and then you tear off the patch that you don't need, like that. Okay, once you got that all done, you lift the rifle.
Hey, my name's Ron. Hey, my name's Ron. You want to go to school today?
You gotta put a cap on.
Say yeah.
This is a camouflage pistol. This is
Please can you say yeah?
Watch out.
Say sure.
Watch out.
a pack. This is a camouflage.
Mommy, why are you recording me?
Dragging through the block. That's the that part is beautiful. What'd you do to my cat? Come on. See what he's like? Okay, then you put a cap on it. Cock the rifle.
You're going to cover your ears.
Do like so. You gotta wet the sights. That's so that they can
Come here, Sissy.
see. Pull it back. You set triggers. And black powder. All the westerns, you see them shooting, they shoot 15, 20, 30 times, they never reload their gun. The reason they don't reload their guns
He's not doing
is
it again.
because back in this day, it was a very boring operation. You set the trigger, and you took and you measured out some powder, and you put the powder in each one of these holes here. You went around till you had 6 holes full of powder. Then you take the ball, you put the ball on the hole. You push the ball under here, grab this lever out here that nobody ever knows what it's for. And you push that ball down inside the cylinder. So you do that 6 times. You spin it around, you do that 6 times. Then you take some bear grease, and you have to put the bear grease on there. Now the reason you have to put the bear grease on there is because when this one fires, the 2 on the side will get sparks down there and then they'll fire. And so you fire 3 shots when you only wish you'd fired 1. So the bear grease is very important. Then you have to put one of them little caps on each one of these, all 6. Then you can shoot 6 times.
Cover your ears.
Then you gotta stop and put it all in. You see how boring that would be? But you gotta remember that if you see a pistol in the movies, it has that lever, and that's what they had to go through each time. Any questions?
Over my ear.
Did what? Well, they shot it 6 times, and then they would fight.
Mom.
Yeah, and you know, some of the engines, they had a whole quiver full of arrows. So, mountain men would play his wits more than anything else. What? No, I'm not going to shoot this one. This would take too long. Anyway, I thought I'd tell you guys a story. Lance and my troop, they always enjoyed a story.
I'm going to go join Daddy.
So,
Okay, you can go someplace.
Kayla told me this one. You know who Kayla is, don't you? Now, Kayla wasn't real good in the English language, so he would get things a little confused sometimes. So, here's Kayla's version of the story of Brenda Seller. Once upon a time in a foreign country, there lived a beautiful girl. And her name was Brenda Seller. Now, Brenda Seller lived with her ugly other and her 2 sad blisters. Now, also in this corn country, there lived the Prancing Hens. The Prancing Hens were going to have a Bancy Ball. And he invited all the people around, especially the rich people. Finally, the night the Bancy Ball came, Brenda Seller couldn't go because she didn't have a Nancy dress. So she went into the kitchen and took a seat of frickin'. And her ugly other and 2 sad blisters left for the Bancy Fall. Brenda Seller, she ran out in the garden and she cranked down and shrine. She was shrine, and all of a sudden, bing, there appeared her gay mudfather. And her gay mudfather touched her with his magic wand. And bing, she had a dancy dress. And he touched the pumpkin with his magic wand, and bing, there was Hicks White sources to pull a nice coach to the Bancy Ball. So Brenda Seller got in, and as she was driving away, her gay mudfather says, "Brenda Seller, you be home by midnight, or I'll turn you into a tumpkin." Finally, Brenda Seller arrived at the Bancy Ball. And she was met at the door by the Prancing Hens, because he had been watching through a wooden Hindu. And they danced all night long. And you know what? They let him go up. They let him go up. But finally, the mid-clock struck night. And Brenda Seller, she ran down the rears, and when she reached the bottom, she slopped her dribber. Right there. Now the Prancing Hens didn't know what to do. He says, what am I gonna do? But you know, he was a fart smeller. He took the tripper and he went all over the corn country looking for the beautiful girl who had slept it. Finally, he came to Rindacella's house. And he tried to drip her on them ugly other. You know what? It didn't did. And he tried to drip her on the sad blister. And it didn't did. And he tried to drip her on the other sisty other. And it didn't did. But finally, he tried to drip her on Rindacella. And you know what? It did did. Remember all these years, don't you? So Rindastrella and the Prancing Hens got married and lived heavenly ever happily. Now the sorrow of the morning is, if you go to a fancy ball and you dance with the Prancing Hens, and you lell and flub, don't forget to slop your grave. He doesn't know this, but all those times he gave me such a hard time, I was just laughing. I really did. I wanted to beat him so many times. And I gave him my worst, what do you call it?
Punishment?
No. Anyway, consequent maybe, but he's taken up my motto, which is it's easier to get forgiveness than it is to get permission.